Why do some women break a hip from standing up, while others lift groceries at 75? The difference often starts with something no one talks about. It started with a phone call. My mother, 74, had taken a small fall in the kitchen. Nothing dramatic. She caught herself. No ambulance, no fracture, just a bruise on her hip and a little shake in her voice. But it stayed with me, that moment. Because deep down, I knew it wasn't about the fall. It was about what could have happened. Her bones, once solid and sturdy, weren't what they used to be. Her steps were slower now. Her hands a little less steady. And the woman who once carried 4 grocery bags at once now struggled to open a jar. So I started looking, not for fancy pills, not for expensive treatments, but for something simple, something she could do every day, and quietly, persistently rebuild her strength. That's when I discovered something surprising, not in a bottle but in her pantry. Seeds, tiny, humble, often forgotten, but powerful, especially after 60. You see, the body changes with age. Bones lose density. Muscle mass slips away. Even the best diet and exercise plan may fall short if we ignore the deeper layers: hormones, hydration, cellular recovery, mitochondrial health, and the small micronutrients that hold the whole system together. And that's where these seeds come in, not as a miracle, but as a message to your body, a signal to repair, to build, to strengthen. Today, we're going to explore 6 extraordinary seeds and the science behind how they work. Not just what to eat, but why, and how to use them in a way that fits naturally into your life. Because this isn't just about nutrition. It's about agency, about taking back control, about knowing that your body even now still listens, still responds, still has more to give. Have you ever paused and wondered why some people seem to get stronger with age? So if you've ever wondered whether it's too late to feel strong again, to move without fear, to wake up clear-headed and steady, this is your invitation. To use food not just for fuel, but as a tool to rebuild energy, clarity, and long-term resilience. Ready? Let's begin. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. This might be the most powerful 30 minutes you've spent on your health this year. Number 1. The femur paradox: why strong bones still break. Did you know the strongest bone in your body can still break from a simple fall after 60? A few years ago, Mary slipped on her kitchen floor. Just a short fall. She wasn't running. She wasn't even moving fast. But her hip shattered. The X-ray showed a fractured femur. That's the largest, strongest bone in the human body. The kind of bone that can carry hundreds of pounds without breaking. So how does it snap from a simple stumble? That's the femur paradox. And Mary is not alone. Every year, over 300,000 Americans over 65 are hospitalized from hip fractures. Many had no prior signs of bone disease. Their calcium levels were normal. They thought their bones were strong until they weren't. Could your bones be weaker than they look on paper? Here's the part most people miss. Bone strength isn't just about bone density. It's about bone quality, the microscopic structure, flexibility, mineral balance, and how well those pieces work together under pressure. Think of it like wood. 2 planks might look identical on the outside, but one bends slightly and returns. The other snaps. In aging bodies, this inner resilience weakens long before a fracture ever happens. Collagen becomes less elastic. Mineral distribution becomes uneven. And even strong bones become brittle. This is why DEXA scans showing normal bone density can still hide real risk, especially in women post-menopause, where hormonal shifts silently erode internal architecture. Here's something rarely mentioned. Bones need more than calcium to stay whole. They need magnesium for structure, zinc for collagen formation, boron for estrogen balance, and vitamin D to guide calcium where it belongs. Without these, calcium becomes like bricks without mortar, heavy but unstable. Mary learned this the hard way. After her fracture, she began a new kind of healing, not just rehab, but rebuilding from the inside out. This time focusing on the missing pieces, not just more calcium. Her lesson is now yours. If you've ever been told your bones are fine, but something in your body feels weaker than it should. Let me know in the comments. Have you or someone you love faced this hidden risk? You might be facing the same silent fracture risk. So what can you do? Start by understanding what your bones truly need to thrive. And surprisingly, some of the most powerful tools aren't found in pills or dairy aisles. They're found in your pantry. Let's start with one of the most overlooked bone protectors of all, sesame seeds. Coming up, how these tiny seeds do more than provide calcium. They activate the full orchestra of bone builders your body depends on. Let's dive in. Number 2, sesame's secret: not just calcium, but a bone-building symphony. Why are millions taking calcium but still breaking bones? Imagine this. A single spoonful of tiny sesame seeds holds more power than most of us ever give it credit for. Not just for crunch or flavor, but for something far more essential: your bones. You've probably heard sesame seeds contain calcium. That's true. But focusing only on calcium is like praising an orchestra for one violin. Sesame's real magic lies in how its nutrients work together, creating a harmony that builds, strengthens, and protects bone from the inside out. Let's break it down. 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds has around 88 milligrams of calcium. That's helpful, but what truly sets it apart is what rides along with it: magnesium, zinc, boron, phosphorus, and a powerful plant compound called sesamin. Each of these plays a role in the bone renewal process. Magnesium helps your cells absorb and direct calcium where it's needed, not into arteries, but into bone. Zinc supports the collagen matrix, the inner scaffolding of your skeleton. And boron, it boosts the effect of vitamin D and estrogen, 2 hormones vital for keeping bone cells active and balanced. So while calcium is the headline, sesame seeds bring the whole cast. Think of them like a jazz band. Each mineral and compound adds rhythm, depth, and tone. Together, they make bones stronger, more resilient, and more adaptive. Here's a powerful example. In a 2022 study using postmenopausal animal models, daily sesame intake didn't just prevent bone loss. It actually stimulated bone-building cells, osteoblasts, to create new structure. Researchers saw improvements in spine and hip density. Think of osteoblasts like construction workers. After menopause, many go missing. Sesame helps bring them back to work. And when paired with healthy fats and vitamin D, sesame's effects were even stronger. Because like most fat-soluble nutrients, sesamin is best absorbed with fat and sunshine. But let's get practical. How do you make sesame seeds part of real life? Simple. Anchor them to something you already do. Make toast in the morning, sprinkle toasted sesame on top. Blend a smoothie, add a tablespoon into the mix. Making soup. Stir them in at the end for a nutty, creamy finish. This pairing, called habit stacking, reduces resistance, because it's not a new behavior. It's just a better version of one you already have. Mary, the woman we met earlier, now starts her day with Greek yogurt, berries, and a sprinkle of black and white sesame seeds. Not because a doctor told her, but because she feels the difference. Better balance, less joint soreness, and a quiet confidence in each step. Have you noticed something similar when adding seeds to your diet? Drop a quick comment. We'd love to hear your experience. Her story reminds us, bone health isn't about doing something extreme. It's about doing something small, consistently. A daily spoonful of seeds may seem simple, but over time, that spoon builds strength. And when it comes to aging powerfully, simple and daily beats complex and occasional every time. Now that we've laid the foundation, with sesame's support for bone, it's time to talk about the other side of staying strong after 60. Your muscles, and the seeds that hold the key to keeping them active, responsive, and protected. Next up, pumpkin seeds. They may look ordinary, but inside them lies a mineral code, magnesium and zinc, that could flip the muscle loss switch back off. Let's unlock that code together. Number 3. Pumpkin seeds, the magnesium-zinc muscle code. Every afternoon after her daily walk, Mr. Thompson's wife would hand him a small cup filled with green seeds. He didn't think much of it at first. Just a handful of roasted pumpkin seeds, crunchy, a little salty, but something started to change. He noticed less soreness after yard work, more stability walking up the stairs. And that low-energy slump that used to hit by 4 p.m. gone. This wasn't magic. It was magnesium and zinc, quietly doing their job behind the scenes. And pumpkin seeds are one of the most concentrated natural sources of both. Let's unpack this. Your muscles don't just need protein. They need the right environment to actually use it. That's where magnesium comes in. It helps relax muscle fibers, supports nerve signaling, and is critical for recovery. Without enough, muscles stay tense, slow to rebuild, and fatigue easily. Now pair that with zinc, a mineral that supports testosterone production, immune strength, and protein synthesis. Even in women, zinc plays a role in maintaining anabolic signals that tell your muscles it's time to grow. Here's the kicker. During times of high stress, or after age 60, your magnesium and zinc stores can plummet. That's why strength declines even when diet stays the same. Stress, whether physical or emotional, eats away at these minerals. Pumpkin seeds help replenish them naturally. Just 1 ounce delivers nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs and a solid dose of zinc, without pills or powders. But why pumpkin seeds over a supplement? Because your body recognizes food. It absorbs it better, uses it more efficiently, and comes with a built-in delivery system. Fiber, antioxidants, healthy fats. And unlike a supplement, these little seeds also satisfy your brain. Their crunch stimulates dopamine release, creating a tiny pleasure bump that helps the habit stick. Here's a practical way to use this. After your walk or light activity, grab a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds. This is when your muscles are primed to receive nutrients. Combine them with a small piece of fruit for extra insulin sensitivity, and you've just given your body the perfect recovery fuel. But what if your body still feels tight, stiff, or drained? The answer might surprise you. This isn't about bodybuilding. It's about staying on your feet, maintaining balance, and recovering faster after activity. For people over 60, that's real strength. And here's a bonus tip. If you find whole seeds tough to chew, try blending them into oatmeal or smoothies. Same nutrients, softer delivery. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever pushed through fatigue thinking it's just part of aging? Sometimes your body isn't tired, it's underfueled. Magnesium and zinc are part of the fuel, and pumpkin seeds, humble, affordable, shelf-stable, might just be the missing code. Now that we've explored how pumpkin seeds support the muscle environment, but there's something most people still miss when it comes to muscle recovery. It's not protein, it's not magnesium, it's hydration, but not just water. Next, number 4, Chia's hydration hack. Why water alone isn't enough. Ever wonder why you still feel stiff or tired, even with all that water? She thought she was doing everything right. 8 glasses of water a day. A water bottle that never left her side. But by late afternoon, Martha still felt stiff, drained, off balance. It wasn't dehydration in the way we normally think of it. It was something subtler, a loss of water where it mattered most, inside her cells. As we age, our ability to hold water within the cells declines. That's where true hydration happens, and that's where chia seeds quietly shine. Chia seeds are tiny hydration powerhouses. When soaked, they absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. They form a soft gel around each seed. That gel mimics how water moves and stays inside your tissues. It's not just about sipping more. It's about helping your cells use the water you already drink. Think of your joints, your muscles, even your brain. Each relies on proper fluid balance to function. Chia helps maintain that balance. In one study, athletes who consumed chia hydration before activity reported better endurance and less joint discomfort, especially in the hours when stiffness or fog tend to sneak in. And the story doesn't stop at hydration. Chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These help reduce inflammation, the silent thief of joint comfort and muscular ease. They're also packed with fiber, which slows digestion and stabilizes blood sugar. That means more steady energy, less crashing, and a happier gut where much of your immune system lives. What makes chia so powerful isn't just what it contains, it's how it fits into real life. Martha started soaking chia seeds overnight in almond milk. By morning, she had a spoonable gel she could add to smoothies or yogurt. It became part of her morning rhythm, like coffee or checking the weather. Simple, satisfying, automatic, and that's the magic. When a health habit becomes effortless, it becomes lasting. Here's a protocol to try. Soak 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in water or almond milk overnight. Add a pinch of salt and a splash of lemon juice to enhance electrolyte absorption. Enjoy it in the morning, before coffee, after a walk, or alongside breakfast. You're not just drinking water, you're teaching your cells to hold on to it. That means less fatigue, more flexibility, and a brain that feels just a little bit sharper. Have you ever tried chia in the morning? Let us know in the comments, or better yet, try it tomorrow and come back to share how you feel. Now, hydration is essential, but there's another layer to strength and bone renewal that's often overlooked. It lives in your hormones, and the tiny brown flax seed may hold the key to restoring that delicate balance. Let's take a look. Number 5. Flax and hormones, the bone balancing act after menopause. Linda never imagined her bones could be silently changing beneath her. She felt fine, but inside her bones were quietly eroding. She wasn't in pain. She still walked every day. But a surprise DEXA scan at her annual physical told a different story. Her doctor called it early-stage osteopenia, the quiet warning before true bone loss begins. And for Linda, it came after menopause. She left that appointment with a question no one could answer clearly. What now? She quietly wondered, was this how it all starts? Fragility, falls, dependence. For women after 50, this is not uncommon. Once estrogen declines, the body shifts gears. Bone resorption speeds up, but new bone building slows down. The result? Bones that become more porous, brittle, and vulnerable, even with enough calcium. Here, where flax seeds quietly shine. These tiny brown seeds hold a remarkable compound called lignans. They're phytoestrogens, plant-based molecules that gently mimic estrogen in the body. But let's be clear, they're not hormone replacements. They don't come with the risks of synthetic HRT. Think of it as nature's whisper, not a synthetic shout. Instead, they provide just enough gentle support to help maintain balance in tissues like bones, joints, and even the skin. And that's just the beginning. Flax is also rich in ALA, a plant omega-3 fat that reduces inflammation. And that inflammation, it's what slowly robs you of strength, flexibility, and comfort. And inflammation is a silent villain. It accelerates the breakdown of bone and connective tissue over time. Flax helps cool that fire naturally. Plus, there's magnesium and phosphorus, 2 minerals essential for building the mineral matrix of bone. It's not just about preserving what you have, it's about giving your body the tools to rebuild. So how do you use flax effectively? First, grind it. Whole flax passes through the gut without releasing its nutrients. Freshly ground flax is the key. Here's a simple protocol. Start with 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. Add to oatmeal, blend into smoothies, or sprinkle over warm veggies or yogurt. Consistency matters more than quantity. Store ground flax in the fridge to preserve its oils. And here's a behavior science tip. Flax isn't naturally snackable. So make it visible. Keep a small glass jar next to your morning coffee, protein powder, or oats. Visual cues turn intentions into action. Linda did just that. Within 6 months, her follow-up scan showed stability. Her doctor was surprised, but Linda was. She knew she had made a small change every single day. Have you or someone you love been told they're losing bone density? You're not alone, and flax might be your first line of defense. Now, we've supported your bones, but what about your muscles? That brings us to one of the most powerful, underrated tools for preserving lean mass as we age. It's not a shake, It's not an animal product. It's a seed, rich in all 9 essential amino acids. And surprisingly, it may outperform some protein powders for older adults. Let's talk about hemp, and why your aging muscles may thank you for discovering it. Number 6. Hemp, the cleanest complete protein for aging muscles. He thought he was doing everything right, but his strength kept slipping. For James, it wasn't about looking fit anymore. It was about keeping up, with his grandkids at the park, with stares that used to feel simple, with energy that didn't crash halfway through the day. He was eating well, or so he thought: chicken breast, eggs, protein powder here and there, but even with all that, his muscles felt softer, his strength slipping. That's when he learned a quiet truth. It's not just about how much protein you eat. It's about the kind of protein your body can actually use, especially after 60. This is where hemp seeds quietly shine. Unlike most plant foods, hemp contains all 9 essential amino acids, those the body can't make on its own. That makes it a complete protein, something even some high-protein diets miss. But here's the magic. Hemp's proteins are highly digestible. Because hemp has low levels of anti-nutrients, your body doesn't have to fight to absorb what it needs. The amino acids get delivered directly to muscle cells, where they help rebuild, repair, and protect. And for older adults, this matters more than ever. After age 60, we naturally lose about 1 to 2% of muscle mass per year. But studies show that small, consistent intakes of complete plant-based protein can significantly slow this loss, and in many cases, even reverse it. Let's talk biology for a moment. One of the main switches for muscle growth is a pathway called mTOR. It gets activated by resistance exercise and amino acids, especially leucine. Hemp doesn't contain as much leucine as whey, but it contains enough to spark the process, especially when paired with light strength training like resistance bands or bodyweight movements. This is why James added 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds to his morning smoothie, right after his morning walk with the dog. Within weeks, he noticed less soreness, more stability, and a stronger grip. And there's another benefit. Hemp is rich in arginine, which boosts nitric oxide. That means better blood flow, faster nutrient delivery, and quicker recovery. Now here's something to try: protocol, dosage. 2 to 3 tablespoons of shelled hemp seeds daily timing. After light exercise or as part of your first protein-rich meal pairing tip. Combine with Greek yogurt, almond butter, or vitamin C-rich berries to support collagen synthesis bonus habit. Keep a small jar of hemp seeds by your blender or cereal bowl for easy habit stacking. Hemp's nutty flavor and soft crunch make it feel indulgent, but it's quietly therapeutic. And unlike powders, pills, or bars, it's real food. Whole, trusted, no label confusion. Let's pause for a moment. Are your meals protein-rich or just calorie-rich? Leave a comment if you've tried hemp before, or if this inspired you to try it today. I'd love to know. That shift from volume to value is one of the most powerful mindset changes after 60, and hemp makes it effortless. Up next, we explore a seed that doesn't just support strength, it shields your body from the inside out. It helps fight inflammation, protect your mitochondria, and fuel energy at the cellular level. Let's talk about the sunflower seed and why it's more than just trail mix. Number 7. Sunflowers shield vitamin E, selenium, and mitochondria. It started with fatigue. Marilyn, 67, used to walk 2 miles every morning, but recently just getting through breakfast left her feeling drained. Her labs looked fine. Blood pressure, cholesterol, thyroid, all in range. So what was her body trying to tell her that her blood work couldn't? So why did her energy vanish halfway through the day? Her doctor blamed age, but Marilyn wasn't buying that. She'd been doing everything right. Whole foods, daily movement. Still, her muscles felt heavy, her balance a little shaky, and mentally she just didn't feel as sharp. Then one afternoon, her niece, a nutrition student, asked a simple question. "Auntie, are you getting enough sunflower seeds?" Marilyn laughed. "I'm tired not planting a garden." But what her niece shared next changed everything. Sunflower seeds, it turns out, are more than just salad toppers. They're tiny powerhouses for cellular energy and resilience, especially after 60. And the key lies in 3 nutrients we rarely talk about: vitamin E, selenium, and B vitamins. Let's break this down simply. Your body is made up of trillions of cells. Inside each cell are mitochondria, like mini power plants. They convert food into energy your muscles, brain, and heart can actually use. But here's the catch. As we age, those mitochondria slow down. They get damaged by inflammation, oxidative stress, and even common medications. When that happens, energy drops, muscles weaken, fatigue creeps in. This is where sunflower seeds come in. Just 1 ounce provides nearly 40% of your daily vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects those mitochondria like a shield. It helps them keep running, even under stress. Then there's selenium, a trace mineral that's easy to miss but critical. It works like a maintenance crew for your mitochondria, cleaning up free radicals, supporting thyroid function, even boosting immune resilience. And let's not forget B vitamins like niacin, folate, and pantothenic acid. These help your cells convert carbs, fat, and protein into usable energy. No B vitamins, no spark, no energy. It's like trying to light a fire with damp wood. Now, let's return to Marilyn. She didn't overhaul her diet. She just added 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds every day, mid-morning with a few cranberries or dark chocolate chips. Within a week, she noticed her afternoon slump fading. Her legs felt lighter during walks, and that foggy feeling in her brain, lifting. It wasn't magic. It was mitochondria getting what they needed. Let's make this practical. Try this protocol. Dosage: 2 tablespoons, about a small handful of sunflower seeds per day. Timing: mid-morning or mid-afternoon, perfect when energy dips. Pairing tip: combine with dried fruit or a small square of dark chocolate for extra antioxidant support. Bonus trick: add to warm dishes like stir fries or grain bowls. The fat helps absorb other nutrients too. Here's one more tip from behavioral science. Try eating sunflower seeds with your non-dominant hand. It slows you down just enough to enjoy the flavor. And research shows this boosts mindfulness and memory, helping the habit stick. Let's pause with a quick question. Have you ever felt tired and assumed it was your motivation or mindset? Let me know in the comments. What time of day do you feel your energy crash the most? What if the problem is deeper, at the cellular level? Sunflower seeds may seem small, but they feed the very engines of your strength, your energy, your vitality. And the best part, they're affordable, portable, and require zero prep. Now, what if you didn't have to choose just one seed? What if there was a simple way to combine them into a powerful, science-backed routine you could actually stick with? That's exactly where we're headed next. Number 8. The 7-day seed protocol: small habits, big impact. John never thought much about seeds. He had a cabinet full of supplements, fancy pills with even fancier promises. But it wasn't until his daughter brought him a homemade breakfast bowl: chia gel, toasted pumpkin seeds, a spoonful of flax on top, that something shifted. He didn't feel anything dramatic on day 1. But by day 4, he noticed he was waking up easier, less stiffness in the knees, more energy on his walks. By day 7, the real surprise came. He didn't miss his old vitamin routine. The seeds had become automatic. That's the hidden genius of this protocol. It's not just what you eat. It's how you embed it into your life. Let's break it down. The 7-day seed protocol is not a diet. It's a rhythm. You're giving your bones, muscles, and cells a daily signal. We're rebuilding now. Here's how it works. Step 1. Choose 3 of the 6 seeds. You don't need to use all 6 every day. Just rotate 3 of them. Example: Monday, chia plus pumpkin plus flax. Tuesday, sesame plus sunflower plus hemp. And so on. This rotation not only keeps it interesting, it mimics dietary diversity, something your gut and immune system love. Step 2. Anchor each one to an existing habit. This is the behavioral glue that makes change stick. Chia soaked overnight. Anchor to your morning smoothie. Pumpkin seeds. Toss into your afternoon snack. Ground flax. Sprinkle on your oatmeal or yogurt. By linking seeds to something you already do, you reduce decision fatigue. You no longer need motivation, just muscle memory. Step 3. Keep it visible. Put your seed jars on the counter. In glass containers if possible. Seeing them equals using them. Now here's a sample rhythm you can try starting tomorrow. Breakfast. Oats plus chia gel plus berries plus flax. Lunch. Salad with sunflower seeds and tahini, sesame dressing. Snack, pumpkin seeds plus an apple. Dinner, stir fry with hemp seeds and a drizzle of toasted sesame oil. You don't have to be perfect, but the consistency of small choices adds up. A tablespoon here, a sprinkle there, that's the real power shift. And if you've been watching this series, you already know these seeds aren't just nutrients. They're tools for aging actively, not passively. So take the challenge. 7 days, 3 seeds a day anchored to your real life. Write them down, prep them tonight. Notice how your body responds. Then come back and tell us what surprised you most. Because next, in our conclusion, we're going to zoom out. This isn't just about eating smarter. It's about taking back control over how you age. Let's finish strong. You're not just eating seeds, you're reclaiming power. Let's pause for a moment. You didn't just learn about sesame, pumpkin, chia, flax, hemp, and sunflower. You learned how these tiny, humble seeds carry inside them a blueprint, a way to rebuild your bones, protect your muscles, calm the inflammation that quietly chips away at your energy and strength. But more than that, you learned how to take control, because this isn't just about nutrition. It's about agency. The power to shift your biology even after 60, 70, or 80, with your own 2 hands and maybe a spoon. Each seed you sprinkle isn't just a topping. It's a signal to your body we're still in the game. We're rebuilding. We're not giving in to fragility. We're choosing strength, function, freedom. And here's the most beautiful part. It doesn't require pills, prescriptions, or perfect routines, just a bit of intention. A small daily ritual that says, I matter. My health matters. My next chapter deserves fuel, not fear. So here's your next step. If today's video gave you a spark, a shift in how you see food and aging, I invite you to subscribe. This channel is here to serve you every single week with grounded science, practical tools, and a warm voice reminding you it's never too late. Not to grow stronger, not to move better, not to feel more alive. And I'd love to hear from you. Which seed are you starting with this week? Was it the sesame story that stuck, or the chia hydration hack that clicked? Leave a comment below, because this isn't just a video, it's a community of people choosing to thrive, one small seed at a time. You're not just eating differently, you're aging differently. And that right there is the quiet reclaiming of power. And I'm so glad you're here for it.